Do you think overall being stuck at home for that almost a year hurt you or helped you guys creatively in the long run, or did it change your creative process in any way aside from the obvious like filming?
I mean, it definitely, I'm sure it changed it. If there wasn't, this past year, we probably would have made a different record, or would be making a different record, maybe just because like we would probably be doing 1,000 other things on top of, trying to figure out what's next. But luckily we had a lot of time to kind of, create and scrap. Like we actually we thought we had songs like before all of this. It was completely different than what we're doing now, but I feel like we just kind of had to like do some stuff like on our own and like get it out to find like the actual new direction.
Yeah.
So I feel like it helped a lot just being able to, scrap stuff and start over and keep working on stuff all the time. No time constraints really. We're all just in our houses or apartments, so it's pretty casual.
Yeah.
I mean, the one downside obviously is the touring aspect. Are you guys considering what your new material is going to look like with a live show?
Definitely.
Oh yeah. That's like, yeah, that's the thing that I'm like, I can't wait. Every time I listen to the songs now, I'm like picturing what it's gonna feel like to play it live at a show, especially because they're so high energy. So, um, and that was kind of the gamble that we took in releasing, like going way back to rock and releasing a rock record in a time where there's no rock shows. It's like, are people gonna be? Is this what people want to hear in their houses? And luckily, it is apparently what people want to hear, and what people are back on the rock train again, which we're super, super stoked about. And I feel like once the shows are happening again, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. And I love that you guys as a band have really just like, I mean, not only evolved your sound throughout the years, but really like explored different, sub-genres and little tweaks and influences of different types of music. So do you think along with the band's progression that your personal influences or personal music tastes have changed over the years?
I feel like we've added, but like we still love like the things that we grew up on, right?
Yeah. I feel like with people, your taste in everything's always like evolving. Not like changing necessarily, but like evolving, expanding,
I feel like I'm regressing right now. I'm like listening to like all the old stuff like that I used to that I loved,
No,
and like
I totally get that, especially with the, just creatively. Pop music's weird right now, so
it's weird.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff coming out, but some of it's good.
Some of it's good.
The album's really good.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't listen to that yet. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like with being home and like you'd kind of think that you wanted some of these more chill vibes, and there was that really minimalistic pop for a while that, everyone was into. I was super into it. But like I just like I'm like right now I want like the grungier the better. Like I want to remember like this, like I want to listen to a song and like have those nostalgic feelings like rush my body, like the I always say like I miss the smell of venues, like stale beer and cigarettes. Like it's such a gross smell, but like it's something we're so used to because we smelled so much. I'm just like, I want to smell that. Like I like spilled a beer like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I love this smell. Like what? Like it smells like
home.
Walk
around it a little bit. Let me really get it.
I was like, I'm just gonna leave that on the floor, make my floor sticky. It'll be just like being on tour again. But yeah, so it's just like those little things. But yeah, I want to be like at a sweaty rock show again in a club. Like I don't want to be like bopping along. As much as I love some of that music, it's not what I'm like craving right now.
Yeah. And I hope someone makes a candle into like a venue. I feel like that would sell out within minutes. Everyone would appreciate it. Someone needs to get up.
Rock show. It's just like a little BO, some stale cigarettes, some old beer.
Totally be done.
I love that.
I'd buy 10. So, along with your new single, I saw like on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff that you guys were actually listed in a few different types of playlists when it comes to genres. So I want to get your take. Were you guys conscious of this new direction shifting genres, or is it more of just what you're feeling, or what is your whole take on the whole genre thing that seems to be super important to playlists but not as important to radio?
I mean, there's obviously a shift. Like if you like, played to a stranger like past lives and then played one of these new songs, there's probably like an obvious like genre shift. But I don't know if it wasn't like a full on like completely conscious, we were just trying a lot and messing around with some stuff that seemed like what we used to do, like, in the past, and it felt really good, and we just kind of kept expanding on that.
Yeah. The playlisting thing is interesting because we were put on a lot of like rock playlists, which is super dope. And then Billboard posted us in an article like 10
About pop
new,
songs, yeah.
yeah, pop songs that you need to hear. And we were like,
It's
sure.
dope.
In the caption, to their credit, in the actual article itself, it did say another rock track. We have Weapon. So it's like they did kind of acknowledge it as a rock track. But yeah, we've always kind of towed that line between pop and rock, and even now, like genres are so like it's so hard to define the lines between genres because like even within like rock, you have like alternative, alt rock, pop punk, like alt pop, like all of these like different subgenres, and it's so hard to decide. Like, yeah, you can listen to That Won't Save Us and Weapon, but I'm sure there's going to be a couple of other songs that we release as well that maybe aren't as that are far or are farther into the rock space. So it's so hard to just like define that and like put yourself in like one of those categories permanently.
For sure. I feel like music should also have labels based on moods or feelings. Like, hey, I'm driving in a car in a convertible. I'm happy. Let's go. Or I want a headbang. Go
I
for
feel like
it.
that's why like Spotify playlists became such a big deal, kind of in a way.
Yeah,
Whether
I
people
remember
realize it or not.
like this was weird, but so I was home in New Jersey and my parents have a Peloton and I was riding their Peloton and a lot of the music is like pop music and more upbeat EDM dance, and I remember doing this one ride and the playlist was like a lot of pop artists. It was like Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, and then all of a sudden Bring Me the Horizon came on. And I was like, this is sick. Like this is a great song because it was like hype workout or something like
Yeah.
that, and it was like a bunch of these upbeat pop songs, and then all of a sudden Bring Me comes on and I'm just like, let's go, like this is amazing. So I think it's one of those things too, yeah, where it's like playlist like curated based on mood can cross so many genres.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you guys are working on new music. Are you working on an album? What can you tell us? Any more new music in the very near future horizon?
Yeah, we're just trying to pump them out. There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff written, and we're just still in the process of kind of like bringing it all to life.
There's a lot more due dates in our emails these days, so in our text messages. So we are we're getting there. Like it's that time when you start getting the drop dead dates. So